Okay, so I'm going to take the icon sets feature a step further. I have some data here where I've got the order date and the ship date, and I want to mark off those particular transactions, those particular rows, where the order date and the ship date are the same, which means, in essence, that we shipped it out on the same day we got the order. So it's going to be one of them. And for those, I want to put a little icon to kind of mark that. Over here, what I want to do is show those transactions and have a little marker put here as well, where the total exceeds or is equal to the goal. So that means that we set a goal for each of these transactions, which you see in G, and what we want to do is be able to see those transactions where the actual total either met or exceeded the goal. It'll end up looking like this. I'll click over there and you can see this. So you can see we got a little red X on those, and this is, one of the icon set icons. But we're going to put that little red X next to those transactions where each of them are equal. Okay, the pairings are equal. And we're putting it in the same cell as the order date. All right, that's the trick. And over here, we're going to put a little gold star on those transactions where that total exceeded the goal. All right, so that's what we're going to end up doing here. So we're going to start out by putting a conditional formatting formula for this range here that will allow us to trigger that X to come up when both sides are equal. All right, I'll tell you, this is a good one. This is a real geeky situation here for this. So anyway, go ahead and you select that range. I don't have too many here, so do that first. Then we go into the conditional formatting. All right, we go down to where it says new rule, use a formula, and the formula, very simple, is going to be equal, and then we're going to put in a dollar symbol, the letter B and the number 3, and then we're going to say doesn't equal $C3, just like that. So that right there is going to, in essence, I guess what it's going to do is it's going to figure out the ones where they're not equal, and then when we go to apply the icon, the X, it will apply itself to the ones that are equal. All right, so this formula basically is going to keep the X off of the ones that are not equal. It's a little backwards thinking, but that's how it works. So we put that in, and then once we've done that, we just go ahead and hit OK. Now, on that same range, we're going to set that X to show up on the ones that are equal, all right, and not on the ones that are not equal, all right? So again, it's backwards thinking. So you select the area, we go back to conditional formatting, all right, go back down to icon sets, and we'll go and we'll pick this one here because that's the one with the red X in it. We'll click onto that, and we get everything with X. Now we're gonna tweak it a little bit here. So now we're gonna go back to conditional formatting, go down to manage rules, and this is the one that we just put in there. So we're gonna do a double click on that. All right. We're gonna change this one to no icon, this one to no icon. And we're going to set both of these to number and this one to number. All right. And also, by the way, I just noticed we want to also have that icon be an X, right? Red X in there. All right, so we've done that. Now we'll go ahead and hit OK. Then what we need to do is flip this around. So we're going to click on the formula one, hit the up arrow, okay, and then put a check mark in here. And that check mark is unbelievable, because if you don't put the check mark in, let me just do this for you. If you don't put the check mark in and we hit OK, everything's a red X, see? We go back in there and put that check mark in there. It basically says, do this if it's true, all right? So if you don't do that, then it's going to put an X on everything. That's technically what it's going to do here. So we put that in there, we hit OK, and there you go. That's pretty neat. Now, if later on, we'll pick one here. Let's say later on, we realize that this actually should have been the same day as that. So we'll type in 1/1/2015, right? Enter that in, and there it goes. So it works, and it's live, and it automatically updates as things change. Now let's do the same thing with column F. Now, in this situation, what we want to do is, as I said before, if this number equals or exceeds the goal, then I want, let's say, a little gold star to show up, all right? So what we do is we select that range, just like that, all right? And then we'll go back into conditional formatting, go to our new rule, use a formula, and then in here, we're going to be putting the formula having to do with F. It's going to be equal, all right? And then we're going to put in there dollar symbol and then F3, all right? And we're doing the F3 because that's going to be the first reference there, right? So $F3, you got to have the dollar symbol in there as well. If you don't put that in there, it doesn't work. So you put that in there, right? And then we're going to say what? Well, in this situation, we're going to say is less than or equal to, and then we're going to put in there dollar symbol G3, right? And that's it. That's all we need to put in there, all right? So it's going to find where F3, which is what we have here, is less than or equal to G3, right? So that is kind of like, again, we're thinking opposites again, right? All right, so it's backwards thinking, but that's what you have to do. Now we do that, all right? And then what we'll do is we'll go now and hit OK. Now on that same range, again, we're going to do the conditional formatting, but this time we're going to do the icon set. And here we're looking to get the little gold star, which is going to be down here. We're going to click onto that, all right? So there's that part. Now, we have to tweak this, right? We have to tweak it so that it will only put the gold star, the full one, on just the ones where that total exceeds the goal. So we go back in again, manage rules, and then we're going to do a double click on the icon set. We're going to set this one to no icon, this one to no icon, change them both to number, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and hit OK. And then we're going to flip this around, and we're going to put a check mark right in there, right? Now, we can test it before we hit OK. We can just hit apply and see what happens here. And we hit apply, and it does look like it did the job. We've got 18 bigger than this one, 27 bigger than this one, but the rest of them are smaller and so forth. So that looks good. Let's go ahead and hit OK, and there we go. That's perfect. So now, maybe on this one here, I'll just change this a little bit. Let's say the goal was actually 19,000. We were wrong on that one, right? So we do that. automatically updates in the total. All right, so that's about it. If you decide in the future that you want to go with different icons, let's just do this real quick. Let's say over here, instead of it being this red X, which seems kind of like a negative almost, being red, right? What we can do is we can click in that range, go back up to here, go to Manage Rules, and double click onto the red X one, and change it from a red X maybe to a green check mark, something like that, right? And then we go ahead and hit OK, and there you go. So it's as easy as that. So hopefully you can use this in some of your databases that you have, that you've maybe dumped a bunch of transactions, or it could be anything really, anything where you're going to be doing some comparison and checking it that way. What a great little tool there. So take care. Appreciate you watching the video.